Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Tuesday, National Noodle Day. If you guys like noodles, love myself some good noodles, some mac and cheese, spaghetti, chicken Alfredo from Olive Garden. Delicious. Happy Noodle Day. What we're going to be doing today is a little dimensional analysis. Okay. We're going to be analyzing what the mole is. All right. We're going to be using our awesome handy dandy periodic table. To solve some of these factors. All right. So I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to assign a few problems on Google Classroom, and then you should be good to go. Okay. So I'm going to write some things down and describe it as we go. All right. So here's my piece of paper. Clear this off real quick. All right. Let's zoom in so we can see it. So my conversion factor is always going to be 1 mole, and whatever the mass of the element is. Mass of the element. Now, talking about dimensional analysis, one thing I mentioned earlier was how many seconds are in a day. All right. So what I did was I had one day, and I made a railroad track. Do you guys remember that? And since I had days on top, I had day on bottom, and I converted it to 24 hours. Because if I look at that, I know that one day is the same thing as 24 hours. Those two are the exact same thing. 24 hours is one day. That's kind of what this is. One mole is equal to whatever the mass is of that element. Okay? So if I look, let's say I ask, what is 1 mole of hydrogen? Well, I'm going to have to, so my question is, what is the mass of 1 mole of hydrogen? Oh, sorry, there we go. So what you're going to do is you're going to look and say, this is what I'm given. I'm given 1 mole of hydrogen. So when drawing your railroad track, you're given 1 mole of hydrogen. Okay? Now, I'm going to have to use this conversion factor up here. So since I have 1 mole, mole is on top here, so it has to go on the bottom. So I have 1 mole over the mass of the element. All right, what is the mass of hydrogen? If you look on a periodic table, it is 1 gram. And you can round. That's okay. You can round. Now, when solving this, you're going to multiply across and divide down. So 1 times 1 is 1, divided by 1. My answer is 1 gram. Okay, let's try another one. What is the mass of 1 mole of helium? All right, well, I'm given 1 mole of helium, so I'm going to draw my chart. Once again, I got to use this conversion. 1 mole. Since I have moles on top, I'm going to put my 1 mole on the bottom so my moles cancel. Up top, I have to do the mass of the element. So the mass of helium is actually 4 grams. Okay. Then you multiply across, divide down. So 1 times 4 divided by 1 equals 4 grams. Okay. So that's how you do that. When you have a compound, it's the same thing, but just a little different. So what is the mass of 1 mole H2O? Well, I'm got to draw my railroad tracks. First thing I know is 1 mole of H2O. Now, looking at my conversion, I have 1 mole. So my 1 mole is going to go on the bottom. On top, I'm going to have grams of H2O. Now, that is multiple elements here. I don't know what the grams of H2O is. I know I have two H's, and 1 oxygen. So I got to look at the mass of all of those. So the mass of H is 1. The mass of O is 16. So if I add all 3 of those together, you get 18. So what is the mass of 1 mole of H2O? Well, you multiply across, divide down. Your answer should be 18 grams. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense. So one last thing that I want to do, I'll do it on the upside down here, is we're going to convert, let's say, 222 grams 222 grams of, let's do gold, and say how many moles is that? How many moles? Well, my conversion factor is 1 mole is equal to the mass of the element. Okay, so if I draw my little railroad track, if I have grams on top, is grams going to go on bottom or top over here? Very good, my grams is going to go down here. So my 1 mole is going to go up there. So what is the mass of 1 mole of gold? Well, you got to look on the periodic table. Gold weighs 197. Okay. Once again, you multiply across, divide down, and my answer, I got to plug it in my calculator real quick. Divided by 222 divided by 197. I got 1.13, and that's moles of gold. Okay. So hopefully that made sense, okay? A few dimensional analysis problems, and I'll assign it. If you guys have questions or need further description, just let me know. Thursday's Google Meet would be great. We could ask questions back and forth. That'd be awesome. But if not, try to do the assignment, plug in the numbers you get, and do your best. All right. Yeah, if not, have a great day, guys. You guys are awesome. Keep up the hard work. I really appreciate you guys, and we will see you later.